everybody. I'm Dr. Jeffrey E. Berger, and welcome to Season 3 of Holistic True Wealth series in collaboration with Mupo TV, part of Mupo Entertainment. So welcome. As the CEO and founder of Abundance and Optimum Wellness and a certified holistic coach, I am of the belief we all should be living a life of abundance and optimum wellness, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Today, I'm taking a finance-first approach to achieving all-encompassing personal well-being by embracing new ways to true wealth in the modern world. During my journey, I have found by exploring diverse paths significantly opens the door to true wealth in every sense. For those that don't know, today we are facing a huge paradigm shift that is revolutionizing our futures in ways that are unprecedented. And to remain stagnant is to be left behind. As a global ambassador for an expanding international recognized high-tech company revolutionizing today's blockchain technologies, I'm helping busy entrepreneurs and pioneer thinking individuals navigate today's emerging technologies who are looking to diversify their portfolios. And my mission really goes beyond that business aspect, but by providing global-minded individuals and business owners with new ways to true wealth in the modern world so you can circumvent our broken and corrupt systems by going from barely surviving to thriving today. And it's really about creating those opportunities, providing access, building a more inclusive and a supportive world where everyone has a chance to thrive. And what I love about this is myself and my guests, because my guests come on board from all different areas of, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial well-being. They're bringing awareness to alternative solutions from all aspects, leading one towards a path to overall true wealth. And true wealth is not just about money. It's about having the tools and the resources allowing you to create a lifestyle so you can live that life of abundance and optimum wellness physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. And our mission is to really provide those real solutions for real people who are serious about transitioning to the next levels in their life. So before I bring on my very, very special guest today, because I'm excited what she's got to offer, you can find us on Mupo TV. You can go to mupotv.com. You can download the Android or the iPhone app because we're seen in 144 countries, seen on Fire TV, Roku, and Vimeo. And we also have Paramount as well as Homebox, HBO, looking at this entire syndication to bring it to a wider audience. So with that, we'll be right back with my very special guest. Okay, we are back, and joining us from Los Alamos, New Mexico is Beverly Neal-Clinton. Beverly is a U.S. Marine veteran. Thank you for your service. I've had many family members in the Marine Corps. She is an entrepreneur, community leader known for her intuitive, common sense, and creative approach to problem solving. And Beverly's journey has spanned the globe, holding an MBA in IT management. Oh boy, I was an ex-ITer, and a Bachelor of Science in IT security. We need so much more of that. But what she's doing today is mind-blowing. She's going to share that. But her career really reflects a commitment to public service as well as economic power, to list a few. So with that, I'm going to bring Beverly, she's already here. Beverly, welcome to Season 3 of Holistic True Wealth. Great to see you.
It's so good to be here. Your energy is through the roof, and I think I want to jump on with that little blue dancing man. We're good.
There you go. And you're my sister from another mother, or maybe another father. I don't know, but we have definitely synergistic energies, if you will, that really resonate on so many things. But I'm really excited to have you on today and share what you're involved with. But before we do that, tell our audience and the viewers of, who is Beverly outside of what you're doing from a business perspective.
Oh my goodness. Uh, I think one of the things that you hit on, which is holistic. I, I, I I think I've always known what that word meant, even when I didn't understand it. I knew that there was a way for people, beings, to interact, engage, create relationships, and see it from a top to bottom approach, not just the one size fits all. So even as a young child, my aunt tells a story. She says, when you were little, you were a strange little kid. She said, because she said you had fire red hair, and I'd never seen a
Oh, wow.
child. Yeah, she said you had fire red hair, and you just wouldn't stop talking. She said you just always had something to say. So I think that's one of the ways in which we align. We are very cognizant of our environments, and we're also wanting to make a difference in the environments in which we show up. When we show up, it is important to us. I'm not going to speak for you, but I think I can. It is important that we make a difference. So that's really who I am. I am just as content to sit in my little, I call it my little $1 million shack, and be by myself, being creative, making changes in the world, as I am being out in front. But sometimes you have to open your mouth and you have to have these conversations.
Hmm.
So again, I think that's where we come into play. We realize that lots of people don't do better because they don't know better. So what do? We have the conversation. We give them additional information so that they can make informed decisions. And as long as you've got all of the pieces, not all of the pieces, but a good deal of the pieces so that you can know more about that which you speak, then you're going to make a better decision. So that's who I am. I like to show up. I like to make a difference. And if I can't, then maybe I can't make the difference for you, but I can refer you to someone else who can.
Right, right. No, I love that because it's about providing value and information for the individual to make an informed decision rather than going to so and so and then he's saying, well, this is what you need to do. Um, and I'm speaking specifically from my own experience from going to the doctors. It's like, no, let's go to the green book. Oh, this is what you got to do. Well, no, what are my choices? So, and we've been, my generation has been brought up to, trust everybody that's out there, whether it's a doctor or a financial planner or whatever. Well, they're human. They don't know everything. So that's what I love. And it's about providing the resources and some kind of direction to get, get, more, get multiple choices and assess it and then
Yes,
evaluate so you can make an educated decision rather than this is the only way that you can go. So now,
absolutely. Absolutely.
with that being said, there are some, certain areas where, yes, this is the only way that you can go, but I would say 99%, no, you've got choices. So with
Absolutely.
that, on a very high level, because I think we're going to have you back another time, um, from all the stuff that I'm learning about what you're doing in innovative wound care solutions. Um, Share with what that really is for our viewers, because this is new science, it's new innovation, and give it to them on a high level.
Certainly. I like to refer to regenerative medicine as Star Trek technology.
Yeah.
Again, we're dating ourselves because we all remember Jim Kirk. We all remember the recorders, the tricorders. We all remember warp speed. And when I think about the biotechnology that I use or that my company uses to change people's lives, I feel like I'm actually on the deck, and we're doing incredible things. What we do is, people who have chronic wounds. Chronic wounds are defined as wounds that have been open for more than 30 days. So if you get a generic cut, you put a band-aid on it, you throw some iodine, you're good to go, you go off and you live your life. Chronic wounds don't behave that way. They tend to stay open longer, and the longer that they stay open, the worse they become, and the
Right.
more drain they put on the person, the individual, the family, community, everyone's involved. So with regenerative medicine, what it does is it acts as a scaffold. It goes over the wound. It looks like a regular generic band-aid, but the difference is that it's actually made with amniotic membrane and placental material. Those materials have regenerative properties, which is why when that's what they're for. Women are
Yeah.
pregnant, they have babies, they create and regenerate cells. That's what it does for these wounds. And the beauty of this technology is that you had a person who's had a wound that's been open, not showing any changes. Not only are they beginning to see the changes, I mean, it's almost happening in real time so that when they go back to the doctor for their next treatment, they're going to be excited and happy to go because they're actually seeing progress. Now, the one of the tools that we use that I feel makes a difference is a tool that was developed by a doctor by the name of Dr. Farrow.
Mm.
He's in North Carolina. He developed a tool called the Exonics. The Exonics, XXNXSONX.
Okay.
It acts as an analgesic. It actually massages the area.
Oh, wow.
I know. So there's no scalpel. And here's the example I like to use because I think it's just so appropriate. If I say to you, think of a lemon, what happens?
Well, it only goes so far.
And if I say think of a lemon, you normally start to
Oh, a
salivate like you
lemon.
just did.
I thought you said a limit. LIMIT. Okay. You said lemon.
Lemon.
Yes.
Your salivary glands
Salivary,
start to
they
right.
start. Yes.
And that's a visceral response. That's what your body's used to. That's what it knows. The
Right.
same principle applies with wound debridement because they see a scalpel and they have that same visceral response. Whereas with the Exonics, it's 97% pain free. So
Yeah.
they're not going to be hesitant or reticent about going because A, they're seeing a market improvement, and B, they're not having to deal with pain.
Mm.
So
Nice.
now we're moving in another direction, which is much more conducive. The wound is healing. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and they also know that that's not a train getting ready to run them over. Now they can actually say this
Right.
is sunlight, and we're getting there. And we tend to close those wounds down within 6 weeks or less. Now, we partner with you, we partner with your practice, we partner with your patients. We make sure that you remain and have control over your patients. But what we do is we work to get them back to their optimal state. What does that do? It puts them back into the community and it lets them get their life back. They're healthier. Now they're going to go out and they're going to do all the things that they couldn't do before because before they had to deal with the smell or the ooze or the uncomfortability.
Right. Right.
And some people, God forbid, some people actually have wounds that are so bad, they actually put diapers on. And that's just to stop the moisture. And you're like,
Sure.
Nobody should have to live like that. Not in this day and age.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
No.
that's it on an overview. We're using Star Trek technology to move us to the next generation.
Yeah. I mean, back in those days, it's like, oh, well, maybe that is the future. And here we are. It's just, it's catapulting forward. So we're going to take a very quick, short commercial break, and we will be right back with Beverly Neal-Clinton. And for those that are aware and not aware, I am in the digital space, and I am helping entrepreneurs think about diversifying their portfolios and utilizing the technologies of today that are changing the world over the next, well, they've already started to change the world today, but big time in the next 3 to 5 to 10 years. And this is just one of the projects that I'm involved with. And just to drop the seeds and start people thinking about what's going to be happening over the next 3 to 5 up 10 plus years. Okay, we are back, and I want to talk about the power of early help. And you often say that timing matters when it comes to healing, and I totally agree with that. And for someone listening who has a wound or even has had a wound that is just that isn't getting better, and they can understand the philosophy here and this new technology. How soon should they reach out for help, and what difference can early care
Oh,
make in preventing bigger problems?
that's a great question. The short answer is the sooner the better, because what ends up happening is the longer that that wound stays open, the more prone it's going to be to infection and then getting biofilms. And typically, what happens, um, the old standard way of cleaning wounds is simply to uh, clean them out as best you can, and then redress them.
Right.
Um, I say that's fine if that's all you know. But again, you'll hear me use a lot of my family's colloquial. My grandmother used to say, "You don't know what you don't know," and you do better when you know better. So if all you know is to clean and redress, then that's what you can do. I'm here ringing a bell. I'm here being that Pied Piper saying there's a better way that is quicker, that is faster, that is more efficient, and we do not compromise quality.
Right.
So the sooner the better, because again, the longer it plays out, the more likely you are going to be to get an infection. Now, the absolute drop dead worst thing that could happen, and I'm fast forwarding past getting to this point, is amputation.
Yeah.
Now, what does amputation do? I like to refer to as a star beams. We have a head, two arms, two legs. Again, if you look at a starfish, that's who we are. That's how we show up, and that's how we represent. A typical amputation costs about $6 million. Now,
That's unbelievable. That
th-
it just I can't comprehend that.
it is unbelievable and it is unfathomable in the sense that now you have a person who's not presenting as a star. They're disfigured. So, what's
Hmm.
that going to do? That's going to cause a disruption in how people perceive them, how he's being perceived, how they navigate in the world.
Right.
So, so now we have a person who's dealing with um, how they show up. That's going to impact them. That's going to impact the practice. That's going to impact the community. So now what I want to do is I want to flip that around and say the
Mhm.
sooner we get in, the sooner you can have those endorphins released in your brains because you're now going to start to see this wound close. You're now going to be happy to go back because you know we're actually getting somewhere. And it's going to impact the family, the community, the practice in a positive way because everybody's getting better. Everybody's healing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the sooner the better. The longer you wait, the worse problems you're going to create.
Right. No, that's absolutely true. And I just you say 6 million, and my father had an amputation from type 2 diabetes, and
Mm.
it's like I just can't believe the cost of this in the medical world. But it is what it is. The whole system is just outlandish. But
So
moving on.
I want to juxtapose that, and I'm going to share with you how and why. So
Okay.
we're looking at the cost of $6 million for an amputation, as well as disfigurement and how now this person has to navigate in the world. We're going to compare and contrast that with having the allografts. 4 to 6 weeks of treatment,
Hmm.
the doctor is going to be reimbursed by Medicare every 3 weeks. We're going to handle the insurance verification so that their their reimbursement doesn't go into the cyber Hades, and we know what happens when that happens. It's like everything could, if
Hmm.
that one wheel falls off the wagon, then we're just all going down the hill. It's just not going to work. So we handle the insurance verification. That doctor can stand to make $200,000 plus per patient, like clockwork, that Medicare is going to reimburse them for. So let's look at that and compare it to the $6 million. Now, while that might seem the $6 million seems like a really big figure. We're dropping the cost, we're improving the quality of life, We're getting them back into the world. The doctor's franchise is now receiving revenue. His staff is not going to be overworked because we have that one person that we've already taught how to
Right.
do one thing. Uh, Part of the hesitancy before was that, oh, it takes too long. We have been able to come in and demonstrate how you can work with one patient and be done in 20 minutes. They're in, they're out,
Wow.
everybody's happy, and we're moving on. So again, so we're looking at cost savings. We're looking
Sure.
at not, we're looking at improving quality of life, and we're
Right.
looking at creating a healthier community. So it's to me, it's a
It's a
no-brainer.
win-win-win situation.
A win-win-win
And
situation.
the first is quality of life. That's the very first that needs to be addressed there. So, gosh, we're coming down to the end of the wire here. So, real quick, I got two more questions for you. A lot of people don't even realize advanced options like this exist. Could you share a story without names, of course, of someone who came to healing for wounds with a tough situation and what their journey looked like? As you started with them until the end in like two
So
minutes.
no, 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 yeah. Okay, this is my favorite story. It was an older lady who was very spry, very active. This woman, uh, she was showing me how to do it when I get older, right? So long story made short, she sat in a chair, she cut her calf, didn't think anything about it, and it just continued to get worse. So now her daughter's coming in trying to help. Now she's not going out, she's not gregarious, she's staying home because she's got this wound that's oozing all over the place. All this lady wanted to do was go on a cruise. I swear to God, that's what she did before. That's what she wanted again. And 4 weeks, we got her situated. Her wound was taken. I didn't see that woman anymore. I didn't take it personally because she got what she
She
wanted.
got
And
healed.
that's she got healed and she's able to get back on her cruises and do her thing. 2 minutes or less. But that to me is what it's about. It's about knowing that I can improve how you navigate in the world. Because the bad thing is it's like unringing a bell. She's already experienced that. She knows what it's like and she's missing it. So she has her target and she's ready to go. So there you
Yeah,
go.
no,
That's it.
no, absolutely. And you're all about managing wellness versus the system today is managing illness because they have you through the
Exactly.
revolving door. Oh, let's
Exactly.
get you on the next medication, the next
No,
medication, the
no.
next medication.
Mm-mm,
So,
mm-mm.
which is,
We're
yeah,
no
yeah,
pill farms. No pill farms. Those
yeah.
things just make you brain dead. No, we're about getting it and getting after it.
But you're really approaching more on the holistic side or those private practices right now to prove a point that this is a technology that does work. And if it gets into mainstream medicine, then fine. But the likelihood of it happening in the next 5 to 10 years may be minimal. But I don't know because they have their own payment system, $6 million for an amputation, ridiculous.
Well,
So
what we're showing them though is there is a way to generate revenue and improve the quality of
right,
life for your patients at the same time. And that's the holistic approach. It's like, how can we make this person whole again and
right.
then go back into the community and create a contribution?
Awesome. That's incredible. And I'm gonna have to find out from you. We can't do it now, but where are these doctors that have this technology that that people can go to? You know,
We have them and they're nationwide and we're always looking for more. My company, not my company, but the company with whom I work, we actually just brought on like a 450 doctor practice using the algorithm.
wow.
So no, it's happening. I mean, this technology has been around for about 25 years, but it's like everything else. You don't know what you don't know. So
Right.
yeah, hence my being a Pied Piper, having conversations with anybody who will listen because we can do better.
Yeah.
We can do better.
Yeah, so it's like the med beds that are out there. They're starting to come out, and people are being able to go to that. So before I ask my last question, besides today's scrolling banner that people can see below, which is Beverly's website, is there any other places that people can search for you on social media?
LinkedIn, Facebook, uh, Alignable, all of those are places where I am having conversations with people to get the word out because I'm sure that if it's not them, they know someone who is in this situation. And I
Okay.
want to get to them before we get to the point of amputation.
Yeah,
I want to do better.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, if there were one piece of advice that you could provide our viewers watching that could potentially take them to the next level in their lives, either personally, professionally, or both, what would that be?
Be who you are. Don't be anyone else because you're unique and you're special. Know that.
Hmm. That's awesome. That's great. So thank you so much for that, and thank you, Beverly, for coming on and taking the time from your busy schedule, because I know you are one busy lady out there,
I am.
spreading the news, spreading the words of wisdom. And this is your third interview this week, correct? So I can
Third, yeah, third or fourth. I can't remember. It's one of the two.
third and fourth. My goodness, my goodness. So up on the screen, I do monthly webinars to help educate people about the technologies of today that are changing the future. If you're interested in, coming on and starting, get some education. It's all about education, and providing some insights to some potential opportunities, but primarily education at this point to get people out of their comfort zone and looking at what we have to offer. For these are some of the tools, like Beverly's tools, my tools. These are tools that help you be able to create that lifestyle to live in abundance and optimum wellness, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. And that's what it's all about. We want to get out there and help people and redirect them into a path to be able to pull in all these little new nuggets. Well, they're not new, they're out there, but now we're out there in the masses and getting out and really educating people, which is really what we're all about. We want to help people change their lives because so many people are sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And they're going through that rat race of this on a daily basis, and they're not moving forward. And why? Because we're in broken and corrupt systems. We got to get out of them. And that's what I did. That's what Beverly did. And we want to help others do that. So with that, I'm going to say thank you. And again, Beverly, thank you so much. And we'll see you
My
the next
pleasure.
time. Have a good one.
Sounds good. Take care.
You thought I was playing? Huh. You thought I was playing? Huh.